So today we are going to see the hangman game. Okay, so I have solved that in two ways, in two logics. Okay, so one is it gives some clues regarding that word, so we have to find it, and another way is it's like a fill in the blanks. Okay, so it prints the data. So how much letters the word has four letters, right? So it prints four dashes. In each step we have to uh, find the letter. Okay, so in finally we have to fill all the letters. Okay, so fill all the empty. Okay, so these two ways I have solved, and I'll show both. Okay, so before that, if anyone have completed or tried the roll the dice game, so please tell me. First we will see that, or we will see your code. Okay, so after we'll continue to the hangman game. Okay, have anyone have completed or anyone have tried your game? Anyone? At least tried to solve roll the dice game? Yochana, you have tried? Okay. Okay, try to solve more projects. Okay, so relate to Python. If you solve more projects, you can develop your coding skills. Okay, so because in same logic we have done in different ways. So if I done the coding in 20 lines, you have capability to solve the same logic and same to get a same output in 10 or 15 lines. Okay, so because we have a everyone have different logics and different thinking, right? Okay, and each one have their specialization and different thinking. So try to solve more projects which I have which we discussed in our during our classes. Okay, so while you got uh, okay, so if you solve your coding, or if you try to make your projects, in that time you have get more doubts. Okay, so it helps to improve your coding skills. Okay, so please try to solve the programs. Okay, so uh, so let's go to the hangman game. First I'll show the output for uh, both hangman games. Okay, so after that I'll explain what I have coded here. Okay, so first I'll show the fill in the blanks of hangman game. Okay, so before that, what is hangman game? Game is a system stored or system select on board. Okay, so it gives some clues related to that. Okay, so we have to find that word. That is hangman game. Okay, so here I have done in two ways. One is fill in the blanks. That is, if the word is attack, it prints the dashes of the length of this word. Okay, if the length of the word is 5, it prints 5 dashes. We have to fill each letter. Okay, so we have 10 chances to win. So I'll run the so I'll execute this. Okay, so shift enter. So now you can see here, first I print welcome to hangman game. So you have 10 choice to win. So enter Y for continue. So here I give Y. Okay, So now you can see here, so it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 dashes. Okay, so the word contains 9 characters. Okay, so in the word contains 9 alphabets. Okay, so we have 10 choices, and each choice it will replace the letter. If um, if the user input is matches here, so in every time it replaces the alphabet into here. Okay, so first I'll give A. So A is in the word. Okay, so you can see here, and the A has replaced it, and after that I'm going to give E. So here we have E. Okay, so it takes two times, because here we have two E's in the string. Okay, so after that I'm going to give T. So T is in the word, so it automatically replaced, so it is updated, right? So and I'm going to give R. So R is not in the string. Okay, so then I'll go P. So P is also not in the string.
Sir,
Yeah.
we can't see the screen.
Oh, sorry, I have not shared the screen. I'll, yeah, sorry for that. So, okay, so I'll run in beginning. Okay, start. So wait a minute, it's running. The kernel is running also. And copy that. Open new Python file. So now you can see here. So first I have printed welcome to Hangman game, and you have 10 choices to win. So enter Y for continue. So here I give Y. Okay, so now you can see here, so these dashes we are going to fill. Okay, so here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So totally the word is 10 letter word. Okay, so we have to find in each step on the, so each dashes we have to fill it. Okay, so first I'm going to give A. So A is in the word, so it updates here, right? And next I'll give E. So E also is in the word, so it updates. Okay, so then next I'll go N also in the word. So here you can see the dash has updated, and after that I'm going to give E. So I think so we have two T's here, so that's only it takes two times. Okay, then after that I'm going to give W is not in the string. Then I'm going to give I. So I is not in the string. Then I think I'm going to give H also is not in the string, so I'm going to give S is in the string. And Y is not in the string. So you can watch here the previous screen has updated, right? So normally if you are running these kind of programs, it prints next lines, right? So in each input have printed in next line, right? So here the previous output has deleted and it prints newly. Okay, so here I have using the clear output module. Okay, you can see here ipython.display and clear output. Okay, so it in each loop it deletes the previous output and updated the new one. Okay, so here I have only one chance. I'm going to give D. So D is in the word. You have finished your attempt. So, and I give 6 sorry, here I give 3 time sleeping time, 3 seconds is a delay. Okay, so that's why it shows like 3 seconds at and it automatically deletes the previous screen, and then uh, it loops into new one. Okay, so here I'm going to do Y. So I think A is not in the string and E is here, and S is not in the string, and T is here. Going to give N, and we have some N's in C and O, yeah, and the letter is I. It's connection. So hurry up, yeah, you have find out the string connection. Okay, so the I'll explain the coding. So here we have some I think 80 to 100 words I have given here. Okay, so in each loop it took the word randomly, so by using random.choice. Okay, so here we have more than 80 to 100 word. Okay, so first I'll explain the program. Okay, so the program starts from here, from while loop. So in this concept we have seen yesterday, right? So here I give first I have imported the time module and also the clear output module. So the clear output module is used to clear my previous screen. Okay, so and here I have imported time module, and after that I have declared w equal to one empty string. So for using here, okay, so then this is and this is a function for clearing output. Okay, so clearing previous screen. Okay, so then here I have printed the position. I'll explain what I have done in the position. Okay, so and here, so while w not equal to y and w not equal to x, and after that here I have used some declaration c equal to 10 and length equal to 0 and index equal to 0. Okay, so here I'll declare one more time w equal to empty string. Here some declaration I have done here, and after that, so here f equal to, this is empty list, right? See, in the empty list I have gave one empty string. So for getting and this space, okay, so okay, so for getting the space, okay, so that's why I'm declaring here. So I'm going to multiply the empty string into 10 times. Okay, then here I have declared one more option, that's a empty string variable, and after that I have cleared the output. Okay, so that I have cleared the output, right? This is a function. So from ipython.display, and the ipython.display only works in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so it won't work in IDLE and PyCharm and Visual Code. So the ipython.display only works in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and after that I have printed some data. So the printed some strings like print welcome to Hangman game, and after that you have 10 chances to win. So and then after here I get the user option, that is y or n from here, and here I have converted the y into uppercase. Okay, so after that I have given one more while for if user gave a y, so it will goes here. Okay, and length, here I am putting the length value. So you can see here length equals 0, and after that I have declared some values in length. You can see here, so c equal to 10 minus 10. So length is for here you can see that 10 choices are remaining, so length is the variable for this choices, this 10. Okay, so in each time it gets minused from 10. Okay, so in first loop wait a minute, yeah, you can see here. So by the first loop the length has 1, and by the second loop length has 2. So okay, here I have subtracted from 10, right? So in the first loop c equal to 10, so it prints 10, right? So here I have called c variable. Okay, um, so in first loop the length has 1, right? So 10 minus 1 is 9, and the second loop length has 2, so 10 minus 2 is 8. So in each time it prints reversely. Okay, so you have 10 choices are remaining, and 9 choices are remaining, and 8 choices are remaining. It is printing like that. Okay, so in here yeah, okay, here. Okay, so I have printed the length value, and the length value is not necessary. Okay, so here I have imported the random module, and here I have choose the value randomly. Okay, so here I have declared 80 to 100 words in each time. I am getting different note, right? So by using random dot choice I have select the word in the list. Okay, so and after that here I have created index as a variable, and I'm going to store the length of the choice. So if the choice is drink, so the drink length is 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5, right? So the 5 value is stored into index, and here you can see. So here I have created a position as a variable, and I'm going to multiply the hyphen. Okay, so the hyphen into index value. If the index, the choice is in drink, so the length of choice is 5, right? So the 5 is stored into index, and the index I have called here. Okay, so the index has 5, then the hyphen prints 5 times. Okay, so you can see here, so the word has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, so now the index word is, the index position is 8, sorry, the index variable contains a 7 value, and choice length of choice is 7, right? And after that, so I'm going to use for loop. Okay, so for getting 10 chances, right? So the for loop runs 10 times. Okay, so for I in f, you can see here, so you can see here, so just I'm using some empty strings and multiplies into 10. So totally we have 10 elements in f. Okay, so here the for loop runs 10 times because f has 10 elements. Okay, so you can use range function or any other logic instead of list multiplication. Okay, you can use any logic for getting 10 loops in here. Okay, so after that I am calling display function. So display function, you can see here in display I am using 2-second delay. After that I have cleared the output. Okay, so the clear output is used to clearing the previous data which printed here. Okay, in each time the data has been deleted and it prints newly. Okay, so then after that I have printed the position. Okay, in first time you can see here. So in first time the choice index case length of choices, if the choice contains string, so the length of choice is 5 and the 5 is stored into here, and then here the list has multiplies into 5, so totally the 5 dashes have printed here. Okay, so by the next step, so if option in I, sorry, yeah, here, so here the display is used to print the position and the position variable and used to clear the previous output. Okay, so then after that I'm going to increase the length value, so length plus equal to 1, then next it prints the C comma choices are remaining. Okay, so in each time, so it prints 10 choices are remaining and 9 choices are remaining and 8 choices are remaining. In each loop it prints the value. Then after that I have done the subtraction. Okay, because in first loop it prints how many choices are remaining. So in first loop C has 10, right? I have declared in here. Okay, C is 10. So in first loop it prints 10. So then after the printing, okay, after the C print, after the printing, the C value has deduced, okay, because length has 1 and 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, so then second loop it prints 9 and third loop it prints 8 and fourth loop it prints 7. Okay, so and then here I have done some control flows. Okay, so if S equal choice, S is the user input and choice is the system, that is the word like here. Okay, so the word has been chosen from system side. Okay, the S is user side. Okay, so in each input have been stored in the list, so have appended in the list. Okay, so if S equal choice, the both are equal, so it prints you have find out the string and also it prints the word which the system has taken randomly. Okay, so after that I have given sleep time equal 3, that is for delaying the program. Then here you can see w equal to I am declaring empty string for breaking this while loop. Okay, so if the w is not equal to y and not equal to x, that is so w equal to empty string is not equal to y and not equal to x is right, so it goes to here and then ask enter y for continue. Okay, and so this is a choice, and after that here I have called the option. Okay, in each time enter your letter and I have get the letter from the lower case, because in these all are in lower case. Okay, so Python has case sensitive. Okay, so you have to maintain your data in either upper cases or smaller cases. Okay, so you have to maintain your data in any one of the cases. Okay, any one cases. Okay, so and here choice dot count option greater than 1. So here I done some important logic, because if the choice or if the word contains 2 or more same letters, here you can see current has R 2 times. Okay, so current word has R 2 times, right? So and this control flow checks choice dot count. Okay, so choice dot count option, that is option which I have given here, if I'll choose current. Okay, so the system chooses current. So here I give R as a user input, so it counts, and in the R value has passed into here. So the choice dot count means the count function is used to how many letters are inside the choice. Okay, if I give R, so it counts the two R's are inside the choice. Okay, here it checks if it is one time, so the condition is not satisfied and goes into here. So okay, so goes into here. Here I have I have done some control flows. Okay, so if option in string, the option is or. If the or in if the or in choice, okay, it prints so option is in the word. Okay, and it replaces that, it updates the dash, so it's going to update the dash. Okay, so or here, so count equals 0. Okay, here I am using for loop. Okay, so if the count, the one or more characters are inside the choice or inside the board, okay, so the condition has satisfied. If it is 1, the condition is not satisfied and it goes here. Okay, then if the option has 2 letters, or for example current has 2 R's, right? So if the this count has 2 and it goes to here, and here I am using for I in choice. Okay, so for I in choice, that is we have 2 or more R's, right? So I means the temporary value, the temporary variable, and choices which we have given are the system choose the value, right? So system choose the value, that is current or any other word. Okay, so then after that for I in choice and the count plus equal to 1, right? So if option in I, that is option name means our user input. Okay, so the option in I, so the I is in the choice, right? So the current, it is iterated in each letter. First it checks C, so first it checks C. So an option I have given or, right? So C is, and the option is in or, it goes here. So if it is not, it will not goes here. Okay, so if it is or, the option is or and I is or, it will goes here, and D dot append and count -1. That means, so D is here I have declared empty list. Okay, so then the value is appended into here. Okay, so the count -1 is so in each loop it counts, right? So in each loop it counts. Okay, and so here I'll take the current. Okay, so in each loop it counts. When it is for C, the count has 1, and U the count has 2, and or the count has 3, and or count has 4. Okay, and you can see here, so I'm going to append the index position, that is, so the count is start from 1 and index position is start from 0. Okay, that's why I have subtracted from 1, right? So if the count has started from 1, right? So if I subtract into 1, so the value is 0. Okay, so it automatically the letter goes to the first index position. Okay, so the index position is 0. Here I have stored the index position. Okay, so if the current is in, where is it? Yeah, so the R is in 0, 1 and 2. The R has index position of 2 and this R has index position of 3. So an it automatically stores into here, so that is appended into here. Okay, so that is R value is 3 and again one more OR is 4, right? Okay, the count value has 4 and 5, so it going to -1. Okay, so so we get 3 and 4. The 3 and 4 is stored into here, that is appended into here. So in finally I have used for loop to replace the position of the choice or position which I have declared in before, right? You can see here. So for I in D, so here we have two values, that is first or in third position and second or in fourth position. Okay, that are all are indexing position, right? So the both position are here. So the for loop runs two times. In first time, so we have 3 in I. Okay, so the I here I am using indexing, right? So you can update by using your index position, right? Okay, so the position already has the list like this. Okay, so R in, okay, so R in third, that is 0, 1, 2 and third. Okay, so R is in third and fourth position. Okay, here you can see, so the I has first, in first loop I has 3 and second loop I has 4, right? So the option is OR, okay, which I have given here. So I have get from the user. Okay, so the option is OR. Okay, so in if the OR contains 3 times, so the for loop runs 3 times. Okay, so and each time the index value has been stored in here. Okay, so in each time the I values has changing, right? Okay, so if or in 3 times, the loop runs in 3 times, and where the position has stored in here. Okay, so if the position is 3 or 5 or 6, and it replace the letter into here. Okay, so if the position is 6 or 7 or 8, okay, the this for loop is used to replace the OR into the position variable. Okay, and this is the position variable. Okay, and after that, so and these logic only for if the letter has one or more time, like in current the OR letter has 2 times, right? Okay, so if the letter is one or more time in choices, okay, so this condition will execute. So if it is one time, it goes here. So the option in string, that is I have because I have converted the choice into string because choice is list. Okay, so here I converted that, and option in string of choice. Okay, choice has, if choice has current, right? If the option if I give C, okay, so the option has C. Okay, so if it is in choice, it go to here. Okay, so if it is empty, it will not to go here. Okay, so if it is not to go, and I have declared some condition. Okay, so the if statement will satisfied for have to, so have to satisfy these all conditions only. Okay, so here you can see, first it checks the option is it in choice. Okay, that is first condition, and second condition, the option is not equal to empty screen. Okay, so the third condition, the S is the user input. So I'll explain here. Okay, so and fourth condition, S is not equal to choice, and the fifth condition, choice count. Okay, so the choice count, that is we have seen in here, right? So if it is greater than 1, it will goes here. So the option, it if the letter it only one times in the string or the choice variable, it goes here. Okay, you can see the logic here. Okay, so choice dot count option equal 1. Okay, so if it is in one time, it will go here. Okay, so then after, so if the all condition has satisfied, if the all condition has satisfied, it will go to here. Okay, then r equal to choice dot index equal option. Okay, so then option, so first it will get the index position of option, right? So if I give r in option, so it search r is in the choice value. Okay, so it find the index position of r, like here the option is r. Okay, first it will go and find the where the index position is. Okay, so if the index position is 0, okay, so where I have missed here. So if the index position is 0 and the 0 is stored into r, okay, so after that the position here I have passing r. Okay, so r has 0. Okay, here I am going to update the word which I have which I get from user. Okay, so I have to, sorry, I am going to update the word. Okay, so if r is in third index position and here the position third index, here the r has 3, right? So I am going to store the value or store the option into the third index position of this variable. Okay, so here it is updated into r. Okay, so now you can get clear what I have done here, right? So then I am going to print the word, the option is in the word. Okay, so the option is in the word, and I am going to give, I am going to declare s equal to empty string. After that, so now I want to convert the word. Okay, so because here you can see then each letter contains each element in the list format, right? So if the word is current and c is in one element and u is in one element and r is in one element and t is in one element, right? So I have to convert this word into string. Okay, so here I am using for loop for converting that. Okay, you can see the for I in position. Okay, for I in position has in each position it contains each element. Okay, and so I have added the values in here. Okay, so I have made string concatenation in here. Okay, initially s equal to some empty string, and here, so if the value has all are filled, or in each time the for loop runs. Okay, in each loop the for loop runs when when the for loop or when the s equal choice, I have done the control flow here. Okay, so when s equal choice and the word has been finded, so then it prints like you have find out the string and the word. Here I pass choice and it prints the word. Okay, then after that it backs into the starting position. Okay, so you can see here I am using break for breaking this loop. Okay, for breaking the for loop. Okay, so if the answer is correct, okay, so if the answer is correct, it breaks the for loop and goes into here. Okay, and goes into here, then and here the option not in the string, and it prints the option is not in the screen. That's all. Okay, so I'll play one more time. Now you can understand. Okay, so the queue is not in the screen. So now the this if condition has satisfied. Okay, so after I give yes, so we have a triple SS. Now you can understand here. So now this condition has satisfied. Okay, because we have three SS, right? In each SS, uh, so in each SS, index position have stored in D. Okay, so you can see here, and after that I am using a for loop for printing the SS. Okay, so here in first S, in second index position, right? So first we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 2 and 6 and 7. Okay, so we have 2, 6 and 7 in index, like 5 comma 6, sorry, 2 comma 6 comma 7. Okay, like this. Okay, after that for loop ends, we get the list like this. Okay, so here in each time I has 2, and second loop I have 6, and third loop I have 7. Okay, so then in first loop, sorry, so in first loop, so here you can see the position 2, that is here I am passing index value, right? So in because I has 2 in first loop. Okay, so it's like that, and option is yes. Okay, first it prints so first the value has updated in second index position, and second we have 6 in the following element, right? And second the position is 6, and the S have to update it in here, and third we have 7, so the S is updated into 7th position. Okay, done. So I'm going to give this A is not in the string, then W is not in the string, and I'm going to give D is not in the string, and A also is not in the string. I'm going to give T also not in the string, and E. Okay, so now you see here E is in the string. Okay, so in that time this if condition has satisfied. Okay, so this if condition has satisfied, because E has only one value in this word. Okay, so the option in the string, that is first condition, and second is it is not equal to empty string. Okay, so I have given a value, right? And S is not equal to choice, because so choice we have to find 4 more elements, right? So S is not equal to choice, and the count is equal 1, because E is only one value. Okay, so the count is equal 1. Then this condition has satisfied it, and here the index position has founded and stored into OR. Then after that, here the index position has passed it, and the option has stored into here, right? So after that it prints the word, so the option is in the string. Okay, so it prints, and when it comes to second loop, okay, so when it comes to second loop, I have called a clear output in here, clear output, yeah, you can see here. So clear output function in here, in so in second loop the previous output has deleted, and it prints new printed output here. Okay, so I'm going to give Y, so Y is not in the string, and I'm going to give C. So you finished your attempt, and string is business. Okay, so now this condition has satisfied. Okay, C less than or equal to 0, and C is the chance. Okay, so C is the chance counter, so choices are remaining, right? So I have a call here. Okay, C less than or equal to 0. So when we don't have any chances, that is C less than or equal to 0, right? So when the C equal 0, it goes to here, and choice is not equal to yes, because someone have finded in last step also, right? So that's why I am giving the choice is not equal yes condition also here. Then it goes into the if loop, and it prints if you have finished your you have finished your attempt, the string is choice variable, right? So after that I'm giving time delay. Then after I'm using break and empty string. So for closing, so for breaking this loop and this one also. Okay, so do you have any doubts? I'll share the code. Okay, so you have to run, you will run this and go through it. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please text me. So in this code, and take a reference and develop your own code. Okay, so try to solve this. Okay, I'll share the code. So it is clear and it's understandable. It is clear, guys. Vandana.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll show one more hangman game. I'll just show the output. Okay, so you all try to get try to solve the code, so to get same output, right? So I'll show the output. And this is one more program for the same hangman game, and here I'm using a different logic. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Okay, so you can see here, welcome to the game, and there is hangman. The wait a minute, I will maximize the screen. Okay, now you can see here. So I give a clue related to the word, and you have 8 chances. Okay, so in this game I'm using a different logic. Okay, so in previous one, so we are try to find the letters and fill in the blanks. Okay, so fill the dashes, right? And here it gives the clue related to the word. We have to find the word, right? So and this is a word puzzle game, and I give a clue related to the word, and you have 8 chances. Okay, here I'm going to enter my name. So hello Shankar, I'm Simba. If you ready to play this, type yes. I'm going to type yes. So 4-letter word ends with EE. Okay, so that is a living one. It gives first choice. Okay, I'm going to give free. So REE letters are in the word. Okay, so and next it asks enter the word. I'm going to go tree. Congrats, you find the word tree. So play this game again. Type yes. I don't know. So it breaks and out of the game. That's all. So totally it gives 8 chances. Okay, and 8 clues. In first it will give 4-letter or some letter words, and it ends with some values, and or it is living one, or it's a programming language like that. So it gives that clue. So after that it gives depends on which we have entered the word. Okay, so it gives clue depends on the word which we have entered. Okay, so if the letters are matching the word, it prints the REE letters are in the word. Otherwise there is no letters matching in the word. Okay, it prints like there is no letters matched in the word. Okay, so and this is a different logic, right? So I'm going to run one more time, like okay, so enter your name. Hello Shankar, I'm Simba P4, ready to game S. So this is 5-letter word and ends with IN, and that is transport. Okay, so it is gives clue like this. So total I give some 10 or more words in here. So here also I am using random dot choice function. Okay, so try to solve this. Okay, so I am expecting the correct output from you. Okay, so you all and try to solve this, and this is a simple game. Okay, so it's for beginner level project. Okay, and thank you all. Please submit by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, so you try to solve the game, right? So thank you all.